Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining our BridgeFT webinar. We're just going to wait another minute or two for everyone to get logged in. So just give me a second here. All right. For everyone just hopping on, we're going to give it another minute for others to join, and then we'll kick off. Perfect. All right. Well, I'd like to thank everyone for joining our BridgeFT product webinar. So today we're really just going to highlight Atlas, which is our turnkey advisor solution. Helps you accomplish things like billing, performance reporting, insights on your clients. We have a few more in-depth procedures we can go over with you following the webinar for things like model management, model marketplace, along those lines, as well as rebalancing options. So I'm just going to kick right off here on the advisor dashboard. So again, everything's going to be white labeled for your firm. So you're welcome to advertise for us. Most of our clients choose to use their own branding. Here on the dashboard, we're just going to configure this for you with things that are important for your firm. So here I'm tracking our firm's assets under management over time. We can look at a firm-wide target to actual allocation. If you're assigning your accounts to models, again, you can take this to Excel. With some of our rebalancing partners, this will send over to them as well. Firm-wide, if you're needing to do any queries or just pull like transactions for the previous year for a regulator, run a 13F, this is where you would do that. So you can just come in, run a report, change what dates you're wanting to look at. So we could come in, specify any specific time period, generate that here. Some of these files are going to be bigger, so you'll see the option to export to Excel right here on the right. Here, and it does look like my internet is going a little bit slow today. I apologize. Things like cache monitoring. So again, our insights are available as also as a notification system. So if you want to see as client cache is coming in, this is another thing you can view on the dashboard or just simply receive an email for. Security cross-reference report or ownership, just the ability to come in, pick a stock, get a rundown of all the accounts that hold that, what their share count is, cost basis, and market value. On there, looks like we sold our Walmart last night, so we don't have any, but that would be listed there. Revenue analytics, so you can look at what had changed in the market or what an addition of clients would do for next quarter's fees. Performance data, we can look at accounts or households as an aggregate. You can query for models. There's a lot to do there if you're wanting to see kind of a global view of how you're doing. A revenue tab, how you're getting paid. So a lot of this, if you do come over to Bridge, is going to be in the configuration settings. So we will create all of your billing groups, build out all of your fee structures. We're going to be able to accommodate any type of AUM fee. We do not do performance, but anything besides that, we're able to do. So we can do arrears, advance with proration. We have things like tiers, a drop off. Some people call that a cliff structure, just your standard flat percentage rates, flat dollar amounts, or a no fee option as well. Then your option, you do have average daily balance, ending period balance, as well as if you're not wanting to bill on those cash flows within the quarter, you can do ending period with the adjustment for flows. We can do monthly, quarterly, semi-annual, annual. Again, any combination of valuation types, how you're doing you can have some quarterly, some monthly. There are no restrictions on the quarters. We can also stagger those as well. Other things in billing groups, we can assign fee structures to different accounts. So this account's been relocated to this account, so that's where we'd configure that for you. Or you could set up on yourself. Asset adjustments, so if you're not billing on legacy positions, maybe someone has cash you're not billing on, we would build out those rules in that tab. And splits are going to be rev share, so if there is money going to advisor and firm, we'll assign that to the account, and every time you run your billing, you'll get a nice rundown of what that's going to look like. Here, when you're ready to run billing, we'll prompt you if you've added some new accounts over the month or quarter, haven't assigned them a fee structure, we'll prompt you to do that. Again, you can always override the system. Do you want to assign them to a billing group? We can skip that for now. Continue, and then we would just come to when we're wanting to run our billing. So for here, next cycle, I guess we can't bill into the future, but we can go in just for November. Are we wanting to generate invoices? Again, these can be delivered to the client, batch PDF, or just kept for internal use. Even for firms not sending out invoices, I'd recommend just keeping them in our system. When you do get audited, you can just bulk download that file of all your invoices, send that over to the regulators. Your billing file is going to look like this. You'll get a breakdown of what your fee is. Again, if there's any rev share, we'll be calculating that. Some other things with the insights, if you want to be notified of insufficient cash as of any time, the billing engine can run in the background and just notify you of accounts that wouldn't be able to pull fee as of any date. Again, for your more standard billing line by line, if you're wanting to look at that in Excel, we can pull that here as well. From a reporting standpoint, we have the ability to auto-generate monthly or quarterly reports for you, as well as any ad hoc reporting. So for reporting periods, we're going to have a lot of standard times, trailing 12 months, prior years, prior months, prior quarters. We can select those. We can also go in, select any custom date ranges. On the additional options tab here, you're going to have some options to change between time-weighted and IRR. We do find most advisors do use the time-weighted returns. You do just have that option, as well as if you want your PDFs to be a landscape or portrait mode. Back here, we also have reporting packages. I would recommend letting our team work with you to build out custom reports. So when you come in, want to run a report, you're just clicking through which pre-formatted report you want to run and not going back and reinventing the wheel each time. So everything will be available in both web-based and PDF, so I can highlight both of those with you. On the web-based reports, everything's just going to be a little bit more flexible. I recommend these for internal use and while you're meeting with clients, in person. So here we've just got a summary since inception, as well as reporting period for things like contributions, beginning values, income, growth, where the accounts have ended, a breakdown of what accounts are in this household. Again, you can look at the accounts or household separately. It's really up to you. Here we pulled in a blended benchmark and just the standard S&P. We have, I think, 65,000 different benchmarks available, as well as some firms are starting to use investables, maybe an ETF or mutual fund instead of the S&P 500 to get a more accurate benchmark for their clients. Again, we can go through kind of performance here. While you're in here, you can change, how the data looks. Asset allocations, these are customizable. We can either start fresh, come up with new asset classes for you, or go back to, if you do have a current system in place, use what you've already classified your securities as. Things like breakdowns of holdings, anything transactional, realized gain loss, income, buy sells, deposit withdrawals are available. A lot of advisors like to send out realized gain loss at the end of the year so clients can get a head start on their taxes. We can break down further if you're wanting to see, how individual securities are doing. Again, I'm just going over some of our most commonly used reports. Happy to go in more depth on all available reports at a later time. The same report we viewed just as a PDF here. Again, white labeled for your firm. Just a breakdown here of the same information on our PDF. Some things on anything external, any account numbers, as you can see, are going to be X'd out except for the last 3 digits for security purposes for you and your clients. On there, to the client management tab, we can go into an account here that we don't have configured just to show you how easy it is. So this is a new account. We can just come in, select how we're going to build them. Again, you'll have all your fee structures built out, so you can add those directly here. Benchmarks, again, we can create those for you. So you'd just be coming in, picking what benchmarks you want for that client account. If we have some rev share associated with this client, this is where we would apply that. And then do we want to have a target for this account to track against? Investment model, if we're wanting to do a more complex where your account has multiple strategies within that and break those out, that's where we would assign that as well. Some flexibility, billing start date change. Some firms, don't want to start billing the day the account open. We can adjust that in here. And same with performance. Say a client came over and you weren't able to invest their money because it was transferring for a couple weeks. You want to adjust when that starts. You would configure that there. Click save, and that account is now configured in the system. When you're looking at the account, you can see anytime you've changed what model it's in. Unsupervised securities, these are if you're not wanting to report on securities, we can pull those in here. And then any reports you've run with the client, you'll just have a nice little audit log here. Again, a lot of our insights are available for you as email notifications. You can also visually look at some, so kind of where our cash balances is as a firm. Cash to invest, so if clients have a specified amount of cash you want to be notified of, we can see that here. Revenue concentration, any new accounts coming onto the system, over different time periods where your money's coming from, whether that be market changes, deposits, market gains, new clients, we can see those there. And then we'll have things with security movements and cash movements within the account. For the client login, again, we will brand this for you. They can log in here, look at any of their accounts or look at their household as a whole, look at different time periods. So I have pulled in some of our web-based reporting for the clients to just have a more interactive experience here in the demo than your more standard just PDF delivery. So here we can see some widgets, month to date, year to date, inception to date performance, what our net is, and our income over time, as well as reporting period. So again, just the ability to pull in different sub-reports, give your clients a more live view of how they're doing. Pardon me. So we'll have those there. Your more standard PDFs, again, if you're having those sent over monthly or quarterly, your clients will just get those. You don't have to actually run the reports, or you can batch them. For those that do send client invoices, this can be a quick way to get them to your clients. They can just come in, grab their invoice in here. file sharing. So if a client's wanting to send you files or receive files, it's just a quick drag and drop system that's very simple to use for everyone. And then held away accounts. If your clients do want to link up any accounts you're not managing, we use Plaid for our aggregation. So they can just come in, maybe pull in a 401k at work, username, password, usually a next step if there is, a security measure built in with that institution or with their account. Similar if you're using aggregation in your current reporting tool or planning tool today. So that is a high level overview of Atlas. I really want to thank all of you for taking the time to join. Again, we'll be reaching out separately if you want to set some time to go through a more in-depth overview of the software that we can compare kind of more apples to apples for where you're at today. But thanks again for your time. Again, we'll send out a video of this and reach out if you do want further information.